Greetings, this is the Timeshare Traveler with episode number 114. Which Hilton Grand Vacations is the best to choose from in Myrtle Beach? Well, I've stayed at all three. I'll go talk about the resort with the map. I'll give you some notes, just general notes, and kind of a summary as well of the different locations. And then I've got a chart that shows the points in room and then some comments about each one of them. The detail in the resorts, I'll go through that. And the three I'll cover are Anderson Ocean Club, Ocean 22, and the Ocean Enclave. So before I get into that detail, let me tell you a little bit about my channel, and then we'll go right into all this stuff. Hi, this is Cliff, and I'm the Timeshare Traveler. Welcome to my channel. The purpose of my channel is to educate those who love traveling in timeshares. I've been an owner for 15 plus years at timeshare ownership. I have elite ownership with Marriott, Hilton, and Worldmark. I have published over 100 timeshare video reviews, and I've published over 95 timeshare tips. I can be found on Facebook at Timeshare Trav, at Twitter, Timeshare Trav, and on the web at www.timesharetraveler.com. Well, here you have the map, and really from the map you can see they're really all three are pretty close. They're really just kind of in a row. I'd say there's probably a mile between the three of them. But the most further north, the farthest away from sort of the center of the activities at Myrtle Beach, is Anderson Ocean Club, and then the next one in between the two is the Ocean 22, and the one right actually connected to the boardwalk is actually the Ocean Enclave. So there's the map of them. You can sort of see they're pretty close to Myrtle Beach. So none of them are horribly wrong. So if you're going to go Myrtle Beach, they'll all work for you. Okay, so let me just go through a few sort of notes. The points are going to be Hilton Grand Vacation points. They're not Hilton Honors points or anything like that. The criteria I'm kind of looking at is room size and points. Turns out they're all the same points since they're all Hilton Grand Vacations, and so forth. Just briefly about the swimming pool. Again, those are similar, but I'll go through them. The ocean, the availability, and then by that I mean the booking availability. So how likely are you to able to get them? And then other amenities. Kind of as a summary, just sort of somewhat of a teaser. The biggest rooms are the Ocean Enclave. And it's also the newest resort. It was built it came online about 4 years ago. I think it was 2019, 3 to 4 years. Availability, the one I've been watching the most is the Anderson Ocean Club. And the last thing, which is if you just two people traveling or so forth, the studio supposedly has a full kitchen. Not stayed in it, but I will. But that's kind of a unique feature of the Anderson Ocean Club. So if you want to use the least amount of points to spend time in Myrtle Beach, the studio at Anderson Ocean Club is your deal. But now let me go through the details on points and so forth so you can actually see the differences. Okay, we have an eye chart now. So you can see to the left, I've got the three resorts: Anderson Ocean Club, the Ocean 22, and the Ocean Enclave. And across the top, I've got the studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom, which is great. They all have 3 bedrooms, which seems a large for me, but I think for super large families and family get-togethers, holiday times, it makes sense to have those. So first, start out with the studio, and the only one is the Anderson Ocean Club, and it's at the lowest time. It's 1,760 points and up to 3,520, which is that's during the summer vacation. But for 1,760, that's really turns into about $220 for the whole week. So it's only about $35 to $40 a night for staying in Myrtle Beach if you're willing to go an off-peak time, which I have. So anyway, and it's also 474 square feet, which I thought was pretty good size. It's much larger than the average hotel room. So, and you have a kitchen and so forth. So it's definitely worth it, particularly if you go off. Actually, anytime, because it's probably cheaper using points is cheaper than any hotel. So the 1 bedrooms, the points are all the same. So it's all Hilton Grand Vacations. They were basically put online at the same time as far as within the club. Interesting, slightly different room sizes, and the Ocean Enclave is actually quite a bit bigger, and than any of the others, which was a bit surprising. Although I did notice that in the 2 bedrooms, I did notice the size was quite a bit bigger. So I think that may be the deck, but I'm not sure. Anyway, on the 2 bedrooms, again, points are the same. Room sizes, I would say I didn't like the Ocean 22 decks as much. I had an ocean view, not an ocean front, so I don't know exactly if there's any difference. But I was up on a high floor, and I don't really like heights, so it was pretty narrow. It was like maybe 5 feet, whereas the Ocean Enclave, the deck is probably 10 feet. And I was basically on the same floor. I was on 16th on one and the 14th on the Enclave, so it was basically the same height, I'm guessing. And I didn't feel any discomfort on the Ocean Enclave because the deck was bigger. But I did feel that. So if you're a height person that doesn't like heights like me, make sure you ask for a lower floor. I didn't do a great job with that. But if you don't do that, the Ocean Enclave, at least for me, was not a concern because there was quite a bit of space between me and the glass front. And then the 3 bedrooms, again, Ocean Enclave is about 100 square feet bigger. So again, if that little bit extra, if you have 3 bedrooms, I actually think the extra space, even in the 2 bedroom, the extra space was quite nice to have. Again, I think from the comments, the studio has full kitchen, has a free miniature golf right across the street. The smallest balcony was on the Ocean 22. But it was closer to the Myrtle Beach, so if you're planning to walk, I mean, you can obviously drive, but I think parking is probably horrible in the summer. So I did mostly walking myself. And then again, the Ocean Enclave, maybe I'm tilted that to be my favorite. It's the bigger balcony, had fire pits right by the pools, and I like the bar actually had a seating where you could see the ocean in that, whereas the bar in the Ocean 22 was kind of just part of the lobby. So that was kind of nice. Anyway, that's kind of the summary. I'll go into a little more detail with each one, room by room. Okay, first the Anderson Ocean Club. It was my introduction into Myrtle Beach. It was the first one I stayed at. I really liked it. But it turns out it has the smallest rooms, but I did not find that to be a problem. The studio with a kitchen is amazing. The amount of points that you can get, and I am going to stay in that. So the rooms are a little bit smaller. Particularly, it seems to be the 1 bedroom is the most difference in size. The others are maybe 100 square foot night. The 2 bedroom differences. Peak credits are 7680 for the 1 bedroom and 11,200. That's kind of the standard Hilton Grand Vacation number. And so that was well worth it. The pool, there's 2 pools, even though it's kind of one pool area, kind of an indoor and an outdoor right next to each other. It's literally right on the ocean. Actually, all 3 are. You just basically walk out the gate, and there's the ocean right there. I guess that's the big pool. The availability, it's difficult to book in the summer, but it doesn't seem to be as difficult as the other 2. So it's currently in December, and I was looking at June, July, and there seemed to be more availability on the Anderson Ocean Club than any of the others. So it's hard to make a judgment of that, but it does seem like you need to book it further out, particularly for the summer. In the winter, you could do it 2 months in advance or 1 month even, and I think you'd be fine. So the other amenities, there's all kinds of restaurants close by. They had a fitness center, and the parking was free. Next up is the Ocean 22, and the rooms were slightly bigger than Anderson Ocean Club. The credits were the same. As square footage 717 versus 600, not a lot, but that could make a difference. Just places to put your suitcases and stuff like that. I didn't notice it in either of them being a serious issue. Again, similar layout in all the pools. I think they've the Myrtle Beach really enclosed. The land is much more expensive than further up, so it's the pools seem to be limited. But they had both the indoor and outdoor and the jacuzzis and so forth. It's right on the ocean, so that's the trade-off. I think that's the land price is a little more expensive, and they go quite high up as far as number of floors. Easy to book. More difficult than the Anderson Ocean Club. I was just looking at the summer again in December, and it was a little more difficult. All the restaurants are close by. They had a fitness center. The parking's free. So it's very similar to Anderson Ocean Club without the fact that it doesn't have the studio, but it's also a little closer to the Myrtle Beach area. Lastly is the Ocean Enclave by Hilton Grand Vacations, and it had the largest rooms. Points 877 square feet, which is over 100 square feet bigger than Anderson Ocean Club, and 1391 for the 2 bedroom. Points are the same. So again, if you can book the Ocean Enclave, it's to me it's the closest to the boardwalk, which could be a negative for some people, but to me I think it's generally positive. Again, it had the 2 pool areas, but again it was kind of a nicer layout, and they had the I liked the fire pits overlooking the pool, so at night you could sit there and have a drink. I also liked um, again it's close to the ocean just like all the others, but you could literally just walk on the boardwalk to right to all the attractions there is Myrtle Beach. So again, it's easy to book in the off season, but I think it's the most difficult, at least from what I was looking at. I was checking out the booking before I did this video. If I wanted to do 4th of July or something, I think you have to book almost, right at 9 months. Again, there's tons of food. They have all 3 of them have little mini things that you can buy food for for cooking. It's connected to Boardwalk. They got their fitness center, free parking, and the bar on the second floor was kind of nice on the Ocean Enclave because it's actually facing the ocean. So I kind of liked that was kind of cool. So there you have it. I've gone through all 3. They're very similar, but there's slight differences. So if you need to make a choice, hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to do a like and don't forget to subscribe.